best possible justice?
If you were to ask me, I'd say not the best, but they do try their level best.
Why do you think they can't be perfect?
Our education is very man-made. The teachers and students range of different backgrounds and beliefs. I'd say that it's not possible to have the most absolute form of equality and justice at schools.
Let's see what Chu Haoyi has to say about this. I feel there might be a possibility of it being possible.
Let's find out, shall we? Calling for Haoyi to come out to the stage.
Justice means fairness and correction. For example, when someone commits a crime, they should go to jail for a certain amount of time. In other words, all bad deeds and all crimes should be punished fairly. But there are a lot more punishments which are practiced all around the world. For example, schools. So let's talk about the practices of a school and whether it or not it upholds justice. Justice in school means the fair treatment of all members of a school. Rewarding where appropriate and punishing where necessary. For example, when a student does well on his or her studies, he or she should receive a prize. Conversely, if a student breaks the rule, he or she should be punished. But this isn't always the case. Does anyone in the audience know a teacher who has a favorite student? Does anyone in the audience have a favorite student? How does this student normally get treated? There are times where they can escape punishment, where they should be punished, and there are times where they can get rewarded disproportionately. And that's not fair. You do the crime, you should do the time. We can't let favoritism turn to biases that make the classroom to be an unfair place to be in. Exams at school are for students to test and learn the many vast education that are in this world. That said, if injustice makes its way here, it could affect the education of a student. For example, in marking of exam papers, if another student got more lenient marks, or the marker favors the student, then many of the mistakes could be forgiven. They won't learn what mistakes they really made, and this could be problematic down the line as the challenge is reduced, and they won't get the full learning process of a school that promises. Not to mention, the entire class will hate that particular person and could suffer miserably in terms of their social life. In conclusion, those who are in great power must treat all students equally well, because great power comes great responsibility. I hope you learned something from my speech. Thanks.